Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This year I am doing homeschool with my daughter. She's 3 years old, so pre-K 3, whatever you want to call it, PK 3, junior pre-K, whatever it be. So we're going to do some stuff with her. I do have, it's going to be mostly like play and stuff like that, obviously, because I'm not going to drill it into her, but she does have an affinity to wanting to learn things and be a little more advanced. So therefore I am going to help out with that. So I did purchase some materials from Christian Book that they had a homeschool sale going on in the summertime. So finally bought some of those items. So I don't have everything yet, but I'm just going to start the unboxing process now. And as we get more curriculum, then I'll add it in and show you. But yeah, let's go ahead and see. Also, I am a former middle school science teacher. So this is my first year not going back to school, like going back to work to school and having a first day of school. So this year, doing it with my daughter has been, it's going to be interesting, obviously. I've heard a lot from people that there's a lot of a detoxing from education since it is homeschool is not the same as a classroom, which I get, I totally understand. And also going from middle schoolers to a 3-year-old is a complete different thing as well. But we're going to go ahead and still have my flair and have our fun. So if you want to keep watching along and seeing different things that we do for homeschool, I will have a playlist for homeschool that way you can kind of see what we do and how we go about homeschool with a 3-year-old, 3.5-year-old, and a 9-month-old. So keep an eye on that. I'm planning on doing a preschool program through Gentle and Classical Preschool, and they recommend this book. This is the Preschool Math at Home, Simple Activities to Build the Best Possible Foundation for Your Child from Kate Snow. I thought this was going to be a little thicker. I know it's for preschool, but it looked like it would be slightly larger than what this is. But anyway, so this is the idea behind the Math at Home. This is the introduction. Counting to 5, she already knows, but let me just show you really quick. So there's a chapter overview. The first thing to do would be count 5 toys in a line. So we're going to do that with her toys. Then we're going to put them in different patterns so she can still identify that they still are 5 numbers. And then there's different activities to do for a child, as you can see. So I'm really excited. Again, coming from teaching middle school, I'm used to regular math, not, preschool math, where it's basically shapes, patterns, numbers up to, 10 and so forth. The next book that I got is the Truth and Grace Memory Book, and this is the catechisms. Now, catechism is not just for Catholics. This can also be done as a Christian. And so we're using this as like a memory book as well. So the first one that we were looking at, again, as part of the Gentle and Classical curriculum. So the first one we're looking at right now is Who Made You? And God Made Me. And so then this one has Bible verses that back that up. And again, it continues on from there. So we purchased this one. So that could be our catechism memory book. The next book that I got is this Geography for pre-K. Now, I know she's not in pre-K. She's pre-K 3, whatever. Like I said, some of these things you can kind of carry over to the next year too. So this is going to be a lot of things like finding directions, like is it up, is it down, is it to the left, is it to the right? What does a mountain look like? Do animals live, let's say, in the forest? Do they live in the ocean? So it's very basic stuff for children to look at. The next book I got is this Critical Thinking. Again, it's another pre-K, but that's fine. This one is going to be a little bit of a mixture of different stuff. So this is Evan Moore. And, I forgot to tell you, this one is DK Workbook. And so this one from Evan Moore, this is a little bit of, match things together, making puzzles, find the flowers, like a little maze, a little bit of science here with honeybees and ladybugs and how they pollinate, little things like that. So this is going to be nice matching for her to do. That way she can understand life like that. And then the last book that I got in this box is the Big Thoughts for Little People, ABCs to Help You Grow. A lot of preschool curriculums had this book in it. And so I wanted to get this because it looked really sweet. And as we go through different letters, so we kind of already had a soft start last week for homeschool with my daughter. And we did the letter, what letter did we do? F. No, we did the letter L. And so if we look at little letter L, L is for lying, Hijkl. There we go. So this would have been the one that we would have read last week. But then this week, we are doing letter F. So let's go to letter F. which is F is for forgiving. And so it gives you a little story. And then there's going to be things to find as well. One thing that I noticed with Kenneth Taylor, which is the author of this, he also has a little Bible for little eyes, little kids, different ones that he has created. And so they also have questions at the end. So it'll be like the story, questions at the end of the Bible story, and then a picture. So he's very similar with what he's doing here. And I thought that was really cool. So that's that. And then this is not part of this, but I did purchase it a long time ago. So this is going to be part of our curriculum as well. I bought this one already previously, so that's why I kind of found out about the geography one, but they do sell it on christianbook.com. This is the science workbooks, and so again, it's going to be very simple, basic stuff. Obviously nothing crazy like I was doing with my middle schoolers, but again, just identifying living things versus non-living, looking at mammals and identifying the different types, so birds, fish, reptiles, what do animals need, what do they need to protect themselves, some plants. So a lot of these different things, again, going to the human body, the seasons. So this is going to be a good mixture of different things that it's going to be helpful. What's going to be good food, not so good food for the body, and learning stuff like that. So again, this is going to be a great introduction. This one's going to be fun. Mixing primary colors. I can't wait to do that one. That's going to be like in 2 weeks based on the gentle and the classical. So really excited for that. And then I did get another book from Christian Book, which I'll have to show you when it comes in. I think it's later this month. The book is from Master Books, and it is a curriculum, a Christian homeschool curriculum. And I think it's not just homeschool. I think it can be homeschool or in a school setting. But for the preschool specifically, they have 13 lessons or 13 weeks essentially, and the 13 weeks goes through creation. Since editing the video, the book did finally come in, which is God Made the World and Me. This one is from Master Books. Doesn't show it, but there it is, from Master Books. And this is, again, as I mentioned, it is going to be for the classroom, but it can also be used for homeschool. Here's the scope for it. Each lesson is going to be for a different theme of a day of creation. And then it gets to the end of God creates a day of rest, and then it ends with God created me, and then a celebration at the end, which is cute. So each single one, so I'll just pick on this one so you can kind of see how it works. So each lesson begins with a getting ready, so for the teacher, deciding what they're going to do. Learning center supplies, so you have a science section, you have an art section, and then you have for older kids and so forth. So physical center, science center, there's option 1, there's an option 2, there's an art center over here, science center option 3. So it depends on each day of a day of creation for each week here in the book, but you can kind of see what you can do with older kids, younger kids. Then there's a circle time song, circle time discussion, and then a memory verse, closing center, and then how to get ready for the next week. And then there are some different activities that you can do with it, which is really cool. Here's sun, moon, stars, and planets. Fun fact, I mentioned already, I was a middle school science teacher. I did Earth and space. So this is kind of what I was used to and having fun with. I'm really excited for this. Again, this is only 13 weeks, 6-in-1 curriculum lessons, which is great. And so this is definitely something I can be like, oh yeah, let's do this with some friends, or let me do this by myself. Or if you run a preschool, we can do that too. Like, this is a great book as well for that. So this won't be every single week. It'll probably be like, I don't know, it might get thrown in like every other week or something. Obviously, you don't want to overwhelm your child, and sometimes some weeks, maybe all you'll get to is this, which is fine too. So we'll play it by ear and we'll see how it goes. And then unfortunately, the gentle and classical products are going to be on pre-order until the end of this month. I want the hard copy. I like the physical copy of things, and it also comes with little like flashcards and pictures to put on the memory board. So looking forward to that, but we are going to order that soon, hopefully. And then it should be coming in towards the end of the month, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's still fine. It can give me time to kind of set up the area at home to make it kind of more homeschool fun. something to have a visual for. And so anyways, so looking forward to that. If you are, I'll walk you through later once I have everything, and once we've been doing this for a few weeks, I will show you a rundown of how I do everything together. I'm excited. I can't wait to see. So if you want to follow along on this, we'll have, well, I don't know what we're going to call it, homeschool diaries. I don't know, but go ahead and follow along, and we'll see you in another video.